If I had to make $10,000 per month, like my life depended on it, I wouldn't waste my time on things that don't work. I wouldn't bother trying 10 different side hustles, and I most certainly wouldn't wait years just to get lucky. Instead, I would follow a proven step-by-step process that gets results fast. Most people who are stuck in a 9 to 5 don't realize how simple it is. They think that making $10,000 per month is some huge impossible goal, but it's really not. It's just a numbers game. I'm going to break it down for you step by step. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do to hit $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. Now, since you've probably never seen me before, I'm Fred, and I went from making $0 per month as a lower middle class dude to making over $1,200 per day with my online business using a simple 4-step process. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you exactly everything I did step by step so you can copy me. The link is in the description. And to thank you, when we get to 30,000 subs, I'll give away $2,000. Watch the video until the end, subscribe, and share with a friend to win. First, I would find a skill or knowledge that people would be willing to pay a high ticket price for. Forget about low paying jobs. Forget about selling cheap products. The fastest way to make $10,000 and especially $10,000 per month consistently is to sell expensive stuff. If you were to sell something for $2,000, you would only need 5 sales to make $10,000 per month. That's barely more than 1 sale a week. Now, what kind of skill should we pick? It's actually pretty simple. It could be a skill that helps people to make more money, that saves them time, or that helps them to solve a painful problem they have. For example, some of my customers, they help other people to get rid of an addiction, or they help businesses to get more leads, or they help people to get in shape. As you can see, they're always solving painful problems for people, and that's why they command high prices. So businesses and individuals will always pay a lot of money to solve their painful problems. So like some of my customers, if for example you're in great shape, you could help people to lose weight without having to spend hours in the gym or cut out the foods that they love. This is a very attractive offer, because who wants to spend hours in the gym all day every day, eat some bland, tasteless chicken or veggies, and that's all? No one. So it makes your offer very attractive because you offer the opposite of that. So the perceived sacrifice is low in comparison to the outcome they can get, which is to finally look the way they've always wanted to look. Let's say you speak multiple languages. You could become a language coach. For a lot of people, if they could learn a different language, it would open up many career opportunities. So that can be worth a lot of money. Or you could also work with businesses to help them to get more leads. Now, if you don't have a skill like that, don't worry. The truth is you don't need to be an expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of your ideal customers. You want to learn fast, apply what you learn, and teach others how to do it. That's literally how consultants and coaches make a lot of money. Now, after that, I would pick a specific audience. Too many people try to sell to everyone, but in my experience, and I've spoken with literally hundreds of people, that never actually works, because riches are in the niches. So you need to focus on a small group of people who have a painful problem you can solve for them, and it should be a specific problem. For example, let's say you know how to generate leads on LinkedIn. Instead of offering it to every single niche, at first you could narrow it down and only work with coaches or lawyers or real estate agents. And then when you max out in your market, then you can go into more adjacent markets and to scale further. But that's how you start, with a tiny segment, and then you go broad. And these niches, these markets, they have money, they need customers, so they can afford to pay you. Now, once I have my skill and my audience, I would package it into a high-ticket consulting offer. That means positioning myself as the go-to person to help them, even if I'm just getting started. Because people do not pay for your time or your degrees or your qualifications. They pay for the outcome that they want to get. If you can help a business to make an extra $10,000 per week or per month, they won't care if you started last week as long as you can get them results. That's why if you actually want to make this work, avoid charging hourly rates. Instead, charge for a specific result, a clear, a valuable transformation. Now at this point, most people get stuck on one thing. How do I get clients? Here is exactly how. I would go straight where my target audience is hanging out online, and I would make targeted content to reach them. You don't need any ads or any fancy websites. Just have simple conversations with people. For example, if my audience is business owners, I would connect with them on LinkedIn. I'd start messaging people, start offering some free value. If my target audience is in Facebook groups mainly, I'd go there and give some value. If they're on Instagram, I would start reaching out to them, making content for them. So I would do this every single day. And I would focus on posting daily content as well. Because the advantage when you make content is that one piece of content can be viewed 100 times, 2,000 times, 10,000 times, even 100,000 times. Whereas one message is always one message. So if you wanted to reach 10,000 people, you would need to contact 10,000 people. Whereas one video could do it for you. But the truth is, a lot of people avoid doing this because they are afraid of rejection. So they have a great offer, a great idea, but they simply can't take action because they're too scared to confront the market. I know because I've been there, and that's how I wasted 7 months of my life procrastinating, doing the work I needed to succeed with my first consulting business. And here is the truth. If you can reach 100 people, 10 are going to be interested. If 2 out of those 10 people buy, let's say you're selling an offer for $2,000, you've made $4,000. That's enough to replace the income you make with your day job, at least for most people. And you're not limited to getting 2 customers. You can get 4, you can get 8, you can get 10, you can get 50 in a month. And that is how you get sales incredibly fast. So like I said, on top of reaching out to people, I will also create specific content on social media to attract my ideal customers to me. Because for businesses, social media content is literally free advertising. So why not take advantage of it? And this free advertising also leads to insanely high profit margins. Because if we had to do paid advertising to get those leads, we'd have to pay for them, which reduces the profit margins. But if we can acquire customers for free, just through content, our profit margins are very high. They can be up to 95%. So for businesses, it allows you to build trust and increase brand awareness without the costs associated with trade-show advertising. It helps you to establish your credibility and to start getting paid for what you've got to offer. Now, every single thing that you do, it should always have one goal: to have real, genuine conversation with people to see if you can help them. At first, you can have this kind of conversation via messages, in the DMs on social media, or even via cold email. But then, you want people to book a call with you, because that is where the real conversation happens. It's very difficult to see if you can help somebody just via messages. That's why the conversation needs to happen on a call. So once I book a call with someone, I'm not just trying to sell them in the traditional sense. The truth is, in this industry, the best salespeople, they're not pushy or aggressive at all, because this isn't the Wolf of Wall Street. We're just trying to see if we could genuinely help somebody or not. So I would just ask people questions to understand their situation, see if I can help them, and if I can, I want to explain what I've got to offer. When you do this, selling becomes easy, because you position yourself, what you've got to offer, as the vehicle to help your ideal customer to go from point A, where they are right now, to point B, where they want to be. Because the truth is, if they knew how to achieve it on their own, they wouldn't have come to you in the first place. They would have done it already. And with this method, people don't feel like they're being sold too aggressively. They simply see your offer and working with you as the next logical step, because it is. Now let's do the math. Let's say you sold a program, let's say a coaching offer or even a done-for-you service for $2,000. You would only need 5 customers to be making $10,000 per month. If you book 15 sales calls per month, you close 33% of them, that's 5 sales. Now to book 15 calls, you'd probably need to send a few hundred messages per day or to make a few pieces of content per week. And that might seem like a lot, but if we break it down, it's achievable in 1 to 3 hours a day. In fact, a lot of my customers, they already work a lot. Financial freedom matters to them, but they still work 60 to 80 hours a week sometimes. But they still find the time to work on their business and to succeed with it, because that's how committed they are. So if you think, oh, but I don't have enough time, this is just an excuse. Yes, it would be easier if you had the whole day, but do not let it stop you. Because what's the alternative? Doing nothing and staying where you are for the next 10 to 15 years? Is this what you really want? So I really hope that by now you understand. Making $10,000 per month is literally just a numbers game. Most people don't reach out to enough people. They don't create enough content and they don't get enough visibility. If nobody knows about what you have to offer, it doesn't matter if you're selling the best products or services, because you're not going to get any customers. But even when people do post on social media, they just make a random post without doing any research and they just hope they will get customers. They're throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping that something will eventually stick. But let me tell you one thing, hope is not a strategy. It's a recipe for disaster. You need to know exactly what you're doing every step of the way. Now, if I had to go from 0 to 10K per month, if my life depended on it, as soon as I would start getting sales, I would invest in automations. I would keep making content that attracts my ideal customers. I would buy tools like AI softwares and things that allow me to automate my outreach. And I would find ways to keep getting better at sales, to make more money, to close more deals. And after a few months, instead of doing all of the work myself, I would still keep taking some sales calls to improve my sales skills, but I would probably hire a closer to handle some of the calls for me. That way, I can scale to 20K a month, 30K a month, 50K a month, even 100K a month without having to be like working 24/7. That is exactly what I help my clients to do. Most of them, they start from scratch, from 0. A lot of them, before they worked with me, they didn't even know what niche to work in or what service or offer they could sell, at what price point. But within a few months, they're usually able to replace the income they make with their job and even to scale to $10,000 per month consistently. And my customers sell all types of coaching and service offers. Some of them do done-for-you lead generation services, for example. Some of them, they help people to get in shape. Some of them even do more general mindset coaching. Some coach people on how to control their emotions, on how to learn a language, on how to quit an addiction. As long as you can solve a painful problem for people, you can package a high-ticket offer around this. If you're serious about building a real business that allows you to be financially free, to live life on your own terms, and to spend money guilt-free, instead of being like everybody else and chasing tiny profit margins by reselling the same low-quality AliExpress or Wish products on a Shopify store, selling high-ticket services and coaching for 1K to typically 5K, and it can be even more expensive than that, that is the way to go. That is the fastest route to financial freedom and to making 6, even 7 figures per year. And let's face it, when you rely on selling lots of low-ticket products with tiny profit margins, you need to get hordes of sales just to make a decent income after tax. That's not worth it, especially when you're just getting started. Because guess what? Even if you manage to make a profit, you only keep 5 to 20% of what you make when you sell low-ticket products, and especially physical products. That means you need to get way more clients than just a few hundred, because then there's so many costs associated with it. So who wants to grind all day every day like that? Now, here's the thing. When you're selling high-ticket coaching or services, you're not selling the coaching or the service itself. You're selling a transformation, a dream, a future. You truly change people's lives for the better. And that's why we charge high-ticket prices. Because people are happy to pay top dollar for your expertise, your insights, your advice, your guidance. Because they know it's going to make a real difference. A 1K to 5K coaching offer, it means you're going to work with fewer customers, but better customers. You're delivering so much value that they're willing to pay you handsomely for it. Because think about this. What is it worth for someone if you can help their business to make an extra $50,000 per month, for example? What is it worth for a couple about to divorce if you can help them to repair their relationship? It's priceless. It's worth a lot of money. What is it worth if you can help somebody who's been struggling with weight loss for decades to finally look the way they've always wanted and finally feel good in their own skin? Do you really think that is only worth $100? It's worth all the money in the world. So when you focus on high-ticket sales, not only does your income become predictable, but you don't have to fight for every sale. Also, fewer customers means less stress, less back and forth with suppliers to sell low-ticket products. No more waiting for shipments or having to worry about endless customer support tickets with low-quality customers. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about the quality of the physical products. Selling high-ticket services allows you to build your brand around real value and authority. You position yourself as the expert in your field. You have real, genuine conversations with people, and overall, you have a big impact on people's lives. So why would you settle on scrapping by with tiny profit margins instead of getting paid handsomely with people who value your work, while at the same time loving what you do? In the end, building a high-ticket consulting business is not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about giving yourself the opportunity to build a thriving business that gives you the income, impact, and lifestyle you want. So the choice is yours. Do you want to struggle for pennies with most business models? Or do you want to actually scale your business to the next level and improve every aspect of your life? Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I've put together a free video training where I share with you everything I did step by step to make upwards of $1,200 per day with my consulting business with 90 to 95% in profit margins. I'm literally giving away all the secrets. And if you're part of that minority of ambitious individuals who's committed to building a business and becoming financially free, right now, I'm offering free strategy calls where together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. But be quick because our limited spots fill up extremely quickly, and I don't know for how long I'm going to keep making this offer. With that being said, I will see you on the other side.